What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel. Now you join me today at Hakone, and for the first time in a very long time we are not behind the wheel of the Peugeot. We are actually going to be behind enemy lines in this one. We're going to be using, shock horror, the meta car. We're going to be using the MG in this one just to see what all the fuss is about, as they do seem to be galloping away in a lot of the lobbies that I am in. We're not putting in the greatest show, it must be said. The first two qualifying laps on this one here have been both invalid. We do get a clean 106.3 by the end of that. That's still a fair ways off of pole position, but before we get too far into this, we must take time to thank the channel members. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me that you are willing to do that. Thank you all so very much. But yes, we will be starting this one from P5. Now I do want to say off the bat here, I have mixed up my recording software. I don't know if all the settings for it are 100% perfect at the moment. Well, I know they aren't due to technical issues that will rear their head later on in this video. Yes, that's a little bit of a hook there, so keep watching for that. It will get very interesting. But yeah, there might be the odd visual bugs. The quality might not look as good, and the sound is chopping in and out a little bit. But anyway, we'll get back to the topic at hand. We got way off the line nicely there. We were holding P5 up until turn 1, where the two people in front of us decided to come together and gift us an early P3 in this race here. So we're going to be actually sat on the podium already. It doesn't last long though, unfortunately. At the end of lap 2, we're going through the final corner. We get a little bit of understeer as we come over the crest before the apex of the final turn. That drifts me off into the runoff, and we're just going to be very, very slow down the start-finish straight. We've already lost P4. There goes P5, and we have P6 breathing down our necks in the bright yellow Audi. We're going to move to the outside to get the best line through. I get caught out a little bit by the guys braking there, so we end up being a little bit deep through the corner. So we're going to drop back a little bit from these guys ahead, but they do seem to be squabbling. So we shall see if we can pick up anything from this in the next couple of corners. Coming on to the back straight here, there we go, where they are fighting there. The yellow and black Audi forcing one of them off of the track, and that makes him slow all the way down the back straight here. So we're just going to put ourselves to the outside for the chicane. He gets very, very close, not actually makes contact, but he got very close indeed. He darts across the rear mirror. I'm not really sure if he was trying to take me out or if he was just overly correcting to get into the slipstream, but either way he misses us, and we managed to hold on to P4. So we are looking to try and catch up to the people here.
No. Wait.
Yes, that's right. That little bit of Carmack caught me out there, and that massive egregious 3 inches I missed off the track there has taken a massive 1.1 second out of my time. So we're going to be battling against that now, unfortunately. Coming to lap 6, we ended up on minor tyre wear. On the final lap here, we dip into moderate on the back straight, so we're just looking to see if we can keep 1.1 seconds ahead of the car behind. But unfortunately, as we come through the final corner, we again get a little bit out of shape going over the crest. The lack of grip on the front just drifts me wide, and that hits the rubble strips, and that means that we are just going to be losing time all the way down here. So our P4 will unfortunately drop to a P5. So yeah, unfortunately that little bit of tarmac doing its damage to me once again. Every time I'm on Hakone, that thing seems to unfairly add a disproportionately large amount of time to my lap times here. But anyway, we shall dust ourselves off and move on to the next one. So yeah, this is going to be the one where we'll have a number of technical difficulties, unfortunately. I'm going to be quiet for a lot of this because there was no audio in this, and this was pretty much best described by interpretive music. And well, yeah, you'll just see how I'm going to describe this. I found some pretty fitting music. So yeah, we're going to be in the MG. We're starting this one in P5, and I shall leave you to this. Right, yep, no, fuck this. I'm out. Can't be doing this. Right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that happened. We shall move on. We're at Silverstone. Yep, Silverstone. Yep, definitely moving on. So, Silverstone MG. Yes, we managed to qualify P3, which was actually P4 by the time it was done. We got a sub 1 minute lap at 59.9, and yeah, thankfully, this will actually be a reasonably good race. So, yes, we get off of the line nicely once again on this one. The MG seems pretty good at getting away off the line, and it's the sort of second phase of the start also seems pretty good as well. Guys behind us getting all kinds of incidents as we go through. First turn here. Now, this is the short track and it's going to be typical British weather, so those of you who are in the know will know what's going to happen in this one. We completely miss our braking point coming into turn one. I've opted for the hard tyres because I didn't think it was going to be as British as this one was, so I was hoping to go long and have plenty of grip after Hakone to make sure that we don't mess up again. But we get through the first lap. We lose one position going through when we went wide through turn one, so we're down to P5. We don't make the same mistake on the second lap. So as we come down the straight here on lap 2, the windscreen wipers start telling the secrets of this race here, so it is going to end up getting quite wet at some point. No one opted to pit as soon as the wipers start going, so we are going to be going round again. I'm pretty much just following the people in front. As we come through at turn 1, we can see the puddles already starting to form, so this is going to get very wet very quickly. Definitely only going to be wanting to do one lap on these hards. I should have really started softs to maximise this, but never mind. Hindsight is always 20/20 and all that. So as we come down into the long left-hander, and you can see the puddles just growing quicker and quicker here, getting a lot bigger, a lot more visible. So everyone darting into the pit lane. It seems big long line of traffic of everyone coming in here, so we are going to be getting off these hards, going on to a set of wets, and we do use the glitch because that is still in the game apparently, so if it's there you might as well use it, in my opinion, for public multiplayer. Everyone can do it, it's not my fault if they aren't very good at using it, which the Audi behind us is not, because we managed to jump him during the pit stop. So coming out onto the track here, there's no worry about looking behind us, as I say, because pretty much everyone, I think bar one person, pit on that lap. And as we come into turn 1, the Audi is going to show his displeasure of me jumping him in the pit stop by literally not braking at all. Benefit of the doubt would say that he forgot what circuit we were doing, but I'm pretty sure that was very malicious, which you will see evidence of shortly. We get going again. We don't lose too many positions through that instance, but as we come through the left-hander, he is getting ready for me to dive into the back of him, tries to press the pause button for me to dart through him, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. I am going to get ahead of this guy purely on merit, so we are going to be scrapping behind him for the remainder of this race here. We've got 5 laps coming into 4 laps here as we cross the line. As you can see, we are very, very close. He goes defensive through turn 1. Not really one you really need to go defensive, to be honest, because you end up like that. You end up understeering out and using all of the runoff, so we get the switchback. And we get back in front of him, coming down into the long right-hander back towards the straight. We're looking to make sure we can hold the inside. We brake a little bit late. We slide a bit deep. That gives him the opportunity to cut back up before the straight here. He gets on the power a bit earlier than I do. He gets a bit better drive down at this straight here. And as we come into the left-hander, we're braking on the inside. We're leaving space. He's leaving space, thankfully, as well. We're going to hold it tight. He has now got the inside for the long right-hander for the final turn. He holds me out wide, stops me getting on the power early, and he also has a couple of attempts at finding his acceleration point as well. He does get out of shape on the exit though, so we are able to get up alongside as we come through the sweeping right-hander towards the start finish straight. We are back in front. We pull over to the racing line. We now have an Astra in front of us to deal with that is still on slicks. We thread between him. We just get a little tap on the inside from the Audi, but it's nothing really egregious. Nudges us wide, but nothing major. We are now sitting behind the Audi coming into the heavy braking zone here. He brakes a lot earlier than I do. I go to see if we can sweep it around the outside, but getting a little bit of understeer just mid-corner there, forcing me to wait to put the power on. he gets a much better drive, but we do stay alongside him a lot better down the back straight here, so we're going to stay on board. We're ahead coming into the braking zone here once again. This time I'm going to try and drift out wide. As you can see, I'm going to change my line up here. I'm going to let him think he gets the switch back because I want the inside line for this corner here. So we're just going to put it out. We're going to run it wide, keep him out wide, not let him get on the power, same as he did to me, to make sure we get the better drive out of the corner, which we do. We managed to get down on the power nice and smooth. We managed to pull a gap there of about half a second through that corner alone. We mess up once again this right-hander. I was not able to get it right pretty much the entire race, always going a bit deep from what I was intending. I think I should probably avoid using the curbs in the future, just to keep my braking distances a bit shorter. We were still managing to keep enough of a gap ahead to hold the line as we come through the final series of corners here. Once again, keeping it tight, not letting him get the cut back. We just hang around on the apex, not letting him get on the throttle when he wants to. We declare when we're going, and that gives me the run there. So once again, we open up about a half a second gap. Final time coming through the right-hander. We're just going to actually keep it nice and tight for the first time this race, so we actually get a better run through there than we have so far. And now all we've got to do is hang on for the last couple of corners. We go very, very deep through the left-hander. We just managed to keep it on track, keep ahead. And now I'm just going to keep this as tight as I can to this curb. I'm not letting him get up the inside of me, because if he got his nose in there, there would have been no way of me holding on to that position. Even though the guy's got a 4.6 second penalty, I still want to beat him on track after that punt that he gave me. So we managed to hold on there to come through the final corner, and we get another P5. So all in all, two pretty good results there, and two P5s. One of them should have been P4, but yeah, we'll gloss over what happened with Watkins Glen. So yeah, that is that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I kind of did. The edit was fun, the race is not so much. If you did enjoy this one, do please check the one on the screen now, which basically was the first time we jumped into the MGs. If you like this one as well, do give me a like, leave me a comment, and do subscribe for plenty more videos in the future, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.